Hello everyone, it's Paul from Guitar Gear Connection. On this episode, we're going to be taking a quick dive into the new 2023 Rickenbacker 21 fret 300 series guitars. So stick around and let's check out some more. Back in the 60s, when music was in its absolute prime, most regard musical instruments produced then to also be prime tools. But as the years go on, improvements, design changes, and even cuts are usually made. Rickenbacker was one of those companies out to strengthen and improve upon their instruments. The main issue was a weak neck joint on the 1960s 300 series guitars due to limited reinforcement. In the 1970s, Rickenbacker went to 24 fret 300 series guitars to give more meat into the body for a stronger contact point. This dropped the neck pickup in a different spot and altered the overall appearance. Other small differences exist, such as where the pickguard lines up on the body and the headstock shape. So from roughly 1970, with the exception of a few possible leftover 21 fret necks running into the early 70s, Rickenbacker has left the 300 series virtually untouched. Sure, there have been some minor changes here and there, but I sure can't feel and see too much of a difference between the years, though some say the pre-CNCs play the best. In 2021 and 2022, we saw the high gloss covered necks go away and now come in a raw finished rosewood. But the thick gloss diehards must have put up a really good fight, and the high gloss came back at the end of 2022, which rumor says it is now here to stay. Also, the vintage style full-length inlays are now standard for the 360, whereas the 330s still maintain the dot inlays. The headstocks now have a thinner, more vintage look to them instead of being thicker and blockier. But quick side note, I'm not too fond of how much the tuner keys stick out now on the thinner headstocks. But spoiler alert, I also heard that something new is in the works that could help with this. And now in 2023, we finally see the 21 fret length necks come back, similar to the 1960s style. These new necks also come with a vintage spec profile, making the playability phenomenal. I noticed the spacing of the frets to be a bit tighter, more noticeable around the 12th fret, causing my fingers to land a bit differently from what I was used to. But such a small difference that my fingers and brain overcame it fast. Also, though probably not noticeable, there could be a slight tonal difference with the neck pickup now being up higher. But the biggest difference is the look. These guitars finally look proper like they did back when our rocking founding fathers were playing them. With today's amazing CNC machinery, these guitars are built better than ever. Over the years, I have been lucky enough to own and play a bunch of different Rickenbackers. Not a single model or year has compared yet to the quality of the 2023s. All the fine details are just that, fine and accurate. And this is not just comparing my 360. Locally, I got a chance to see a few other 2023s, and the quality control is superb. So would I recommend a new 300 series over the older ones? Yes. Just in the past 2 to 3 years, Rickenbacker has made small improvements to all come together and shine in 2023. I would also like to stress the new fire glow. I see lots of people hating the shading, saying it's more pinkish or has a lot of orange in it. Trust me when I say, you cannot photograph the color. Again, I've seen tons of fire glows over the years, and not a single one has compared to the newer coloring. Before I sold my 2005 360, I took some quick measurements. My 2023 neck is a whole inch shorter, and the pickups are a whole inch wider apart versus the 2005. So now in conclusion, I'd just like to mention that there is still nothing wrong at all with the 24 fret Rickenbacker 300 series guitars. It's just the 21 fret fits my mission a little bit better, and as you can tell, I'm a little partial to the 60s instruments. So please comment below, tell me what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, that's what keeps me going. And also check out my Instagram, tons of cool pictures and videos there as well. Catch you on the next episode, everybody.